On Monday, January 2nd, 2023, a private aircraft took off from a snowy airport in Provo, Utah. Moments after liftoff, the plane slammed nose first just off the runway. The pilot was killed instantly. 2 passengers seated in the back escaped with minimal injuries. However, Brent Beardall, who was a passenger in the front seat, sustained critical life-threatening injuries. He was lucky to still be alive. This is his miraculous story.
My head went through the windshield at 200 miles an hour, and I had severe injuries from multiple fractures in my lower leg to my pelvic bone basically just being destroyed from the impact, and my nose was essentially severed from my face. As soon as they got me into the ambulance, we were within 5 minutes of the hospital, and then went 8 hours of surgery with 3 surgeons just to stabilize me day one. And then another day of 8 hours of surgery, 3 surgeons to try to put me back together. I was in the ICU in Provo for about 10 days and really just stabilizing me, getting everything back to, okay, you're gonna survive, now what's next? And we looked around and had several options. And I did my research with my wife, and the Neilsen Rehabilitation Hospital is what came to the top of the list. It's where we wanted to be.
He had very extensive injuries. He had left-sided elbow fracture, a left hip dislocation, he had a right tibia fracture, his bladder was torn open. He was just very, very, very injured. And my first reaction was, how in the world are we going to help this guy get up and going?
I had gotten a report that we had someone who was in a plane crash, and I was like, oh my goodness, a plane crash? It's going to be pretty rough. Like, I can't imagine what they went through.
When Brent first came in, he definitely recognized that he had been through something, that it was a big something, but also he was very determined to try and make the best out of it. There are different types of patients we see. Some that you have to go in and you take a motivational approach. You can do this, let's get out of bed, come on, let's go, let's get up. With Brent, he has such a drive that there were times where we had to try to slow him down. Hey, your body needs that extra minute before it can start to do these things. He wanted to be at that next level. Every day I'd come in and go, all right, let's try this day. And I go, well, I think that's more of a week from now, but we're gonna try this today. And he was always open to change, very flexible.
It was so important for him to have that optimism and that high energy. A huge part of healing is your attitude and participating in your therapies, participating with your cares. And with Brent already being so happy and so optimistic, it was very easy to have him participate in everything.
The physical therapy staff, the occupational therapy, hey, can we make sure that you can feed yourself, that you can bathe yourself? They are so caring, because in your mind you can do everything, but physically you can't, so you have to relearn certain things. As you go through things, there's gonna be times that you need to be put together, and there's gonna be times that, okay, here's a milestone in your recovery, let's remove the stitches and let's celebrate those things. But the team was just remarkable. Everyone I came into contact with, they were like friends.
So anytime a person comes in here, we know that they've been through something pretty awful. Whether it's a brain injury, a spinal cord injury, a stroke, polytrauma like Brent had. And it's important in rehabilitation to get a good understanding of that person as a person, because we want that individual to go back to their environment, and we want them to be able to make the adjustment from being hospitalized to being successful back at home.
Every day you've got a computer screen in your room, so you see exactly what your schedule is. You're gonna have this kind of PT in the morning and this kind of PT later on. You're gonna have massage therapy come in, and here's gonna be your downtime, so you can work, you can do whatever you need to do. So I really appreciated the transparency that they had. They were remarkable in how they helped me progress to get back to the point that I could take care of myself.
Neilsen Rehab is the exemplar of what an outstanding rehabilitation facility is. But what makes a rehab facility isn't the building, it isn't the equipment, it's the people. And we have some just world-class people.
From the housekeeping up to the doctors, it is a very helpful, very loving environment. Everyone is so positive and encouraging. There were multiple doctors, nurses, and CNAs and therapists that all helped within his progression and helped him get back to his life.
I was left for dead. They did not think I was going to make it. And here I am today, and I'm probably 95% of where I was physically beforehand. And everyone that was associated with my recovery, I'm incredibly grateful for.
Thank you so much for your prayers. So happy.